find yourself struggling to achieve the goals that you set for yourself? Like you wanted to make 10k a month, but failed. You wanted to reach 100,000 followers, you failed. You wanted to excel at your studies, you failed. You failed. One of the biggest reasons that is happening is people don't tend to understand what a realistic goal is. And in this video, I'm going to help you understand what you can do to set realistic goals for yourself and what an actual realistic goal is. But before that, only 12% of you who are watching these videos are actually subscribed. So if you hit that subscribe button right now, it would mean a lot to me and it would help the channel greatly. So, what is setting realistic goals and how can we do it? In order for us to understand it, let's try to break it down to 4 steps. Step 1, know yourself. One of the biggest things that people lack when they're trying to set goals for themselves is self-awareness. If you're trying to set goals without understanding your habits, your strengths, your weaknesses, then you're basically setting up yourself for failure. When you're setting a new goal for yourself, you have to be able to reflect on what worked in the past and what haven't.
Imagine you set a goal to wake up at 5 a.m. every day to study. You're motivated at first because you've seen successful people online talk about waking up early. However, let's say you're naturally more productive in the evenings and struggle to fall asleep early. Yet despite that, you force yourself to sleep early and wake up early. And eventually, you fail. What works for someone else may not work for you. And that's okay. That's why self-awareness is really important.
Step 2. Start where you are. Let's say I want to do e-commerce. I never opened a website before, I never sold anything online before. But for 2025, I want to be able to make $10,000 a month from my e-commerce store. Chances are, that's never going to happen because that's not a realistic goal. Making $10,000 a month is a very big goal. And if you have no experience selling online before, most likely you will never reach this goal in 1 year. Because excellence takes time. People don't tend to realize is when you set a big goal for yourself that you don't really have an experience in, you don't really understand what you're going to really face with.
Which gives you the illusion of such goals are possible.
So if you have a big goal for 2025 and if it's not something you've already started working on, then most likely it's not going to happen in 2025. I'm sorry. For part 3, we have planning. As a great man once said, a goal without a plan is just a wish. In order for you to turn this wish into a reality, you have to implement plans. This time I'm going to give an example about myself. I am a very small content creator and I want to grow my audience. And for me to do that, I've come up with a very strict plan. What I do is every 2 weeks I upload a long-term content video on my YouTube channel, and every single day I upload 1 or sometimes 2 short videos on my YouTube channel so I can maximize my growth. Let's give another example. Let's say you want to score 100 on a really difficult subject. You know the exam is going to happen in a couple of months, and for you to be able to accomplish scoring perfect score, you have to plan in advance on how are you going to study for this exam. What steps do you have to take? Are you going to study daily? Are you going to study weekly? You have to have a plan in order for you to execute this certain stuff. With the right plan, I believe anything can be achievable. And lastly, at step 4, we have having discipline. And this is the biggest and most important part of setting a realistic goal for yourself, is having discipline. Because the main factor for your success isn't going to be your motivation. It's going to be your discipline. If you can show up to do certain stuff every single day, regardless of how you feel or how you are, then you're just further increasing the possibility of that certain stuff happening. I know for success, luck is always a factor, but you can minimize the luck factor by just showing up every day and being consistent and having discipline in your routine. That's why I always say one of the biggest ways to improve your chances on being successful is having discipline. And building discipline is really difficult if you don't know where to start. Luckily for you, I run a program called Discipline Coaching Program in which I help people build their discipline from scratch. Basically what we do is we try to help you implement small wins into your daily life. Those small wins can be exercising 30 minutes a day, reading a book for an hour every single day. Basically small stuff that are easily doable in your daily life. And with the daily goals that we make every single day, we track your progress. We also get feedback on how your life is going and how the new small wins are affecting your life. Based on your feedbacks, we try to adjust your program. And with this one-on-one coaching for a couple of months, we will turn these small wins into small habits in your daily life, helping you having a disciplined lifestyle. So if you're interested, hit me up and we can schedule a call together. For the first 10 people that work with me, all of my services are going to be 100% free. I'm not going to charge anyone for any money. I'm currently working with 2 clients, so I have 8 spots left. So if I were you, I would hurry up and claim my spot. So 2025 can be your year if you plan it smart and stay disciplined. And remember, always try to be self-observant when you're trying to set goals for yourself. If you found what I said in this video useful, you can always support me by sharing this video with your friends, subscribing to my channel, I want to see what your goals are for 2025. And keep in mind that I will be replying to every single comment on this video. So feel free to share what you have in mind and I would like to help you. I'll see you in the next video.